I'm the wrong guy for that.
Yes, words. Welcome Whiskey Vault again.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's not fine. This is me blinking SOS. Do you know how to blink SOS? Is that it?
Yeah.
That's really it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Blink, blink, blink. Blink, blink, blink. Okay. Whiskey will happen at some point.
All right, we've got a engine with whiskey from William Schappert, Trashy Titan.
I just can't.
We ran out of an effects budget. What do we do?
So this is one of the most.
I'm glad Schappert has a good sense of humor.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, it's good.
It would never have worked otherwise. Like
Yeah.
if it was somebody who was too overly genuine, like no, this is important,
or precious,
yeah.
So
he can handle it.
Are we comparing
So
this to anything?
Well, I mean, another MGP maybe.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. This one, look. This one has a lot of eye roll in it for me.
Okay. Let's talk about the eye roll.
Yeah.
There we go. That's unexplored territory.
Now-
Because you never eye roll.
Yeah, the upside is it very clearly states 6634 and distilled in Indiana. Mm-hmm. Right.
Nice.
So like
Yeah.
Lawrenceburg, they're telling you
Yeah.
this is MGP, right? So whoever is responsible for this in the grand scheme of things is definitely signing off on, let's make sure everybody knows, all we did, it's in
Thank you.
Tennessee, but all we did was release it.
Thank you.
Now, at the same time, whoever wrote the website and all the marketing branding for this just went full predictable, almost embarrassing
Was it
shtick.
heritage and tradition and
No, it's
equality?
America.
Oh,
America.
Yeah.
We even released it at 83 because 83 stars on our letterpress label, and "Don't Tread on Me" is the rally cry and the trademark rally cry of our American people, and it pays homage to our American ingenuity, and but then it says things like a proprietary blend of rye and corn.
Well, there's something we can talk about. At
Yeah.
what point does something no longer is it no longer proprietary?
I don't know.
Because proprietary is kind of like this special little secret thing.
The secret
that,
sauce.
Yeah.
It's like whatever in the spice and chicken or something like that.
But they didn't blend it with anything. It's just
No. It's just MGP. So if it's proprietary to anybody, it's proprietary to MGP.
Yeah.
But they tell everybody the mash bill.
Right.
So that's not really proprietary.
Right.
So,
yeah.
and then it also had authentic old world flavor.
So that's another thing we can explore. How long can we not talk about the actual nose in the
Yeah,
cup?
I don't know.
Because
but
we're gonna get to that and it'll be like 45 seconds.
look, authentic old world. If you want to know what whiskey tasted like in the
I'm
1700s,
saying it's supposed to be
it's not
totally
great.
different and
Mostly not aged.
right, not good.
Not very policed on what they put into it.
Which
and
is
how
a
they
funny
doctored
thing
it.
about whiskey and a lot of things. This basically this instinct that people have, this intuition, this feeling that back in the day things were just better.
Yeah.
That's whenever they really cared about quality. That's like, most stuff, that's not really.
It's really the last 100 years in whiskey that we've been able to truly obsess painstakingly over every single tiny part of the process.
Yeah.
I mean, it started in the 1800s. There were
Right.
people who were doing it and led the charge, right?
I think where it does translate accurately, that instinct, that feeling where things were better back then, is there's so many people who are now doing like office jobs. They don't work with their hands. So back in the day, like anything that was built with your hands,
someone did it.
Not handcrafted whiskey, but if there's like a table, chairs, furniture, blacksmithing, just working with materials manually, people that do that for a lifetime, they become masters. I think there is that kind of skill set, that type of product, that type of creation that does diminish over time as people are depending on manufacturing lines and machines and whatnot.
Yeah, now you get IKEA and Target
but when it
furniture
comes
and
to
pressboard and
like just putting together flavors, like distillers, wineries, breweries, chefs, they have access to so many freaking options.
yeah, and now we know a lot more about the science of
ingredients,
it.
techniques. Yeah.
So here's what I will tell you, and then we're going to try to approach this from that direction. You ready? Oh, yeah. So this was a celebrity bottling.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Oh, who
There's
was?
you wouldn't know him because you don't listen to country music.
Oh, I do. I was listening to Uncle Lucius this morning.
Well, that's not really the kind of country I'm
It's as
talking
close as I
about.
get, man.
That's
As
my
close
point.
as I get, yeah.
That's literally my point.
Keep the wolves away.
Yeah. Lee Bryce
Why do
is
I
this
know
country
this?
music guy. He had a lot of
a musician,
hits, and he's a singer and whatever. He's the one who is. He's the one who's behind this. He had #1 album in 2014, "I Don't Dance," and all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
They are releasing this to compete with bottom shelf whiskey like White Label, Jim Beam, and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's only $20 to $25. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's lower proof,
hold on,
and
hold
it's
on a second.
accessible.
So you can get your hands on an MGP, which you know is competently put together.
Oh yeah, because they make
for a
MGPs
very
great
low price
whiskey.
point. Yeah.
Yeah. So for $20,
Yeah.
you can go down and get this America bourbon,
Great.
and you pour it out thinking, it's only a $20 bourbon.
Right.
Now what do you smell?
Well, okay. And if this is the frame that we're looking at this hell yeah. I mean, it's MGP. I already know what it is. And I'm already telling you, hell yeah.
Yeah, slightly herbal and grassy, a little spicy, but soft and cream corn almost.
It's like there's a vanilla, oaky vanilla.
Almost reminds me a little bit of Mexican street corn,
Okay.
but really, really softened. It's mostly oaky vanilla.
Yeah, it's nice.
And then it drinks just enough spice to keep it from being truly bland.
Yeah.
But it's still soft and accessible and drinkable.
Again, we've said this
Easy
about,
mixer.
We've said this about MGP before. Oh, nice finish. Vanilla really unfolds on the finish. This particular spirit from that distillery, it really wants to be at the higher proof.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll crank the proof on something and it just gets louder,
Right.
but there's nothing new there. But whenever you crank the proof on an MGP, there are new layers that do not come through at the lower proofs.
Yeah, complexity does show up.
Yeah, now that's not to say that it's bad at a lower proof, especially talking about the frame that we're discussing with, White Label and all that price point. It's still really nice, but it is nicer whenever you can get your hands on a higher proof thing.
Yeah, but that's easy drinker.
Yeah.
It's soft and friendly. If that was being poured at some show or wedding or hangout or party and that was the bourbon,
Of course.
I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not bad. 7 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, that was like 7 minutes in heaven, if you ask me.
There's no closet.
7 minutes in heaven.
Did you ever play the game when you were a kid?
No, but I watched that really hilarious web series called 7 Minutes in Heaven that the comedian from SNL, I think it was from SNL, did a whole series with famous people called 7 Minutes in Heaven where they would sit down in a closet and he would interview them.
Oh, this sounds like a Jimmy Fallon thing.
Yeah, no, but then it wasn't Jimmy Fallon. And then he would, at the end, awkwardly try to kiss them.
That's pretty good.
It was really funny.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Void 1385. Is it true that if it doesn't have a diagonal rip line on the seal, it's fake?
No, but so here's the question. This is a real problem now in this
diagonal
age.
rip line.
Well, just like in that little easy tear spot,
okay,
right?
yeah.
No, we buy seals for our whiskeys, and there are 30 dozen brands,
All different kinds,
who
yeah.
will do shrink PVC, shrink top things that you can peel, and they all have different ways of sealing them. But the real question is, how do you know if a whiskey's fake?
Yeah.
And the answer these days is it takes even the distilleries like chemical analysis to try to figure out on some of these things.
Yeah.
But a good argument would be if it doesn't taste anything like you thought, and you can try it somewhere
Basically,
else.
we're talking about if something got emptied and then resealed very.
Yeah, which doesn't happen to things like this, but it does happen to things like Macallan M, or a really hard to find Pap Van Winkle or Pappy Van Winkle thing, right?
Yeah. Jerry Miller, 2332, direct quote from my wife. Every time you guys speed up the Titan music, you guys suck. Yeah.
She loves it,
It really
evidently.
pisses her off. All right.
And we've had several comments of like, man, every time you speed up the Titan video, I'm like, no, I want to
Like,
hear the whole thing.
Probably just
And like, you are in the minority,
probably
friend.
just link him to where the actual music track is from.
Yeah. You remember in the original Schappert releases when people started getting really angry about having to watch 2 minutes of that over and over and over and over?
Look, man, at a certain point, you just let it wash over you.
Yeah.
It is what it is. The people that appreciate it, love you guys. If you don't appreciate it, it's a big internet. Hopefully you find something you like here. If not, you're going to find yourself a good time somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've said it all before, but if we do 3 more seconds, we get to 10 minutes as it's the brawl. Okay, here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight me, I fight for a
You
friend.
steal me, you steal your lover's heart.
And if you drink, may you drink with us.